This is our live chakra attunement, and this is the 19th of April 2025, and we're just stopping all our thoughts and all our activity. We're putting all our focus on our breath right now. So just focus on breathing. Breathing in, filling the belly, the diaphragm, the lungs, all the chambers of the lungs. Pausing, noticing, breathing out, releasing the lungs, the diaphragm, and the belly. Pausing, breathing in, filling the belly, the diaphragm, the lungs, and all the chambers of the lungs. Pausing, noticing, releasing, emptying. Pausing, noticing, breathing in. Pausing, noticing, breathing out. Pausing, noticing, breathing in. Pausing, noticing. Breath out. And eventually let your body find its own natural rhythm of breathing in, breathing out, and then surrounding your body in the container of light below the feet, above the head, in front of the body, behind the body, to the right and the left of the body. So making that container of light real for you. It's in the quantum reality, so it's not stopped by the floor or physical obstacles. It's just there, and you're creating it there. You're connecting to it. You're making it real for yourself. And notice what you notice. It might be shimmering. It might have colors. It might have some areas where it's harder to get the container going. Notice what those areas are, if they correspond to a chakra, and continue to breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Getting that breath to run through your system. We did a little bit of a mini workout, shakeout before we started our breathing. And notice the areas of the body as you're breathing in and out that might be tight and cranky. And breathe into those areas. Fresh, clean energy. Breathing in, releasing stale, cramped, contracted energy. Breathing in, breathing out. Each breath is opening more. And so you can mentally repeat open on the inward breath. Release on the outward breath. Letting go of anything that was stuck in any of those meridians, any of those passages, any of those channels. Breathing in, breathing out. And now we'll concentrate and open with our prayer to Kuan Yin, the compassionate one. Dearest Lady Kuan Yin, I call on you to help me love and accept myself fully. I ask that you grant me a full measure of compassion for myself and others. I pray that those suffering in the world can see and feel your loving presence. I pray that hardened hearts will melt in the presence of your compassionate understanding. I pray that the waters of grace and compassion that you pour on the earth will nourish the seeds of love and compassion in all hearts, creating gardens of beauty within all living beings. It is my intention to nourish the garden within myself through prayer, meditation, and right thinking. In my heart, my garden flourishes, spilling over and filling my world with the fragrance of the garden. Thank you, dear Lady Kuan Yin, for your presence in my life and in my world. Really making that connection. We'll go one more round. Dearest Lady Kuan Yin, I call on you to help me love and accept myself fully. I ask that you grant me a full measure of compassion for myself and for others. I pray that those suffering in the world can see and feel your loving presence. I pray that the hardened hearts will melt in the presence of your compassionate understanding. I pray that the waters of grace and compassion that you pour over the earth will nourish the seeds of love and compassion in all hearts, creating gardens of beauty within all living beings. It is my intention to nourish the garden within myself through prayer, meditation, right thinking. In my heart, my garden flourishes, spilling over and filling my world with the fragrance of the garden. We thank you, dear Lady Kuan Yin, for your presence in our lives and in our world. And breathing in and out, feel your breath expanding and your circle connecting individually, bringing energy into your body, into your spirit, and feeling it spread into the circle with the other practitioners, and then blossom out and spread into the world. And once again, you can just kind of march on your feet or roll them around or just stamp them a little bit as we get ready to focus on our root chakra, which is located at the pelvic floor, the tailbone, the base there, down the legs, through the bottom of the feet, breathing in and going and sinking into the new healed whole Mother Earth. So we're breathing in, we're breathing out, we're focusing on that pelvic area, and just fill your container of light and your auric field with red energy. So focus on red in nature, red flowers, red roses, red leaves on trees, breathing in and out, just getting that connection to the vibration of red, connecting it with your breath. Now, we focus on the area where that chakra lives and waking it up with our exercise, which is low-toned Om, feeling that vibration move through your body, and then chanting the one-syllable Sanskrit mantra that goes with this chakra, which is Lam. So try that. Lam, Lam, Lam. And the exercise. And the more you practice this, the more you get used to it, the more you can really get a sense of how grounded you're feeling, you can get a sense of that vibration connecting and moving through your body and maybe opening up things that need a little waking up, getting those channels open and the blood flowing and the oxygen going, breathing in prana and the life force spreading through your root. Let's do it one more time. You could mentally repeat, I'm fully grounded in this present moment to the new healed whole Mother Earth. Ready? So taking a nice deep breath, feeling your root chakra stabilizing you and alive and really vibrant this morning. Take a nice deep breath and come into the belly area, the navel area, the second chakra, the orange, the creative force, the inner child, and sexual energy, inspiration. This chakra is really connected to your biome, your intestines there, and those organs of absorb in the food and the chi force and the life force. And we have a lot of issues with this area in our culture, with the way we eat or don't eat. So as you're breathing this morning, you can rub that navel area. You can visualize the orange like a sunrise in the inside of a seashell or the inside of a melon, or oranges or tangerines. Just really feel that vibrant orange energy shift on your sits bones. Medium toned Om is going to wake this one up, and the one syllable Sanskrit mantra is Vam with a V. Vam, Vam. astrologically, we had a shift in our Mars energy yesterday. It went from Cancer into Leo, his fire sign, and so with the Aries sun, there's a lot of fiery activity going on, and a lot of the major planets, such as Pisces, such as Neptune, moved into Aries as well. So there's a lot of fire around, and we can use that fire to inspire ourselves to practice more, to maybe get moving on some of the things we've been procrastinating on. And it's good to be aware of it and harness it in your body. It's one of the reasons we work with all the chakras, because they connect to different organs, to different glands, to different attributes of your human reality. So inspiration, inner child, emotions, the toning that we do with them, as well as the visualization and the connection to them. And hopefully you'll have some time, you have time, and you've been practicing meditating with them, noticing what you notice, talking to them, and sort of helping you align them so that they can all be working together and you can express. So we get a lot of unexpressed stuff, and then we live in a culture that, with unexpressed stuff and dissatisfaction and hurt, a lot of times we like to eat and stuff ourselves and, eat things that aren't good for us. So these can really affect your health, and of course your second chakra, and working with it can affect it, making it easier to change some of those habits and to wake up and bring that chakra into its perfection. Breathing in, breathing out. We come up to the solar plexus chakra right now. Yeah, that's the yellow one, and that is the personal power. So we are grounding ourselves, and then we are paying attention to our inner child, to our inspiration energy, to our creation energy, and we're balancing that. And then we're coming up to our solar plexus, personal power, sense of self-worth. So breathing in, visualizing the yellow, keeping your spine straight, lifting up your rib cage there. Open up that solar plexus, shine it out. It's a high-toned Om, and the one-syllable Sanskrit mantra is Rama, R-A-M, Ram. Om, Ram, Ram, Ram. Take a nice deep breath. Om, Ram, Ram. You can march again on Ram, Ram, mentally repeating, I am worthy. Ram, Ram, Ram. And notice what your self-worth wants to tell you, where you need a little bit more attention. Maybe I'm worthy of respect. Maybe I'm worthy of free time. Maybe I'm worthy of rest. Maybe I'm worthy of love. Maybe I'm worthy of abundance. Yeah, so just as you're doing the exercise, the high-toned Om, feeling the yellow streaming out of the solar plexus, just mentally repeating, I am worthy, and notice what comes out. The chakra will tell you what it needs. Breathing in. Om, Ram. Breathing in, breathing out. And we'll come up to the heart. That's the bridge chakra. That's the green. I'm already rubbing the heart chakra. I'm wearing a nice green sweatshirt. Breathing in, breathing out. This is the bridge between those lower three, which are about, how you feel about yourself and the stuff you skulk around with and your deep needs of self-care and all that kind of stuff. So, and groundedness. So the bridge here is going to take us up to the top three chakras, blue, indigo, violet, which work with our connections to the universe, to all life force, to all beings, to the world. Lots going on. So the heart is very important. That's our exercise. So you keep doing it as you breathe in green, even as I'm chattering away. Dropping the jaw, breathing in deeply. Ah. Yeah, get those deep sighs in. Ah. Yum is the one Sanskrit syllable mantra. Yum, yum. Ah, yum. Ah, yum. And I like to do this really kind of rubbing under the collarbone there on both sides and the heart chakra. Ah, yum. You can do circular motions, either clockwise or counterclockwise. Come counterclockwise if you need to feel a little love and a boost. Ah, yum. If you're feeling radiant, you want to just spread it out into your space and into your aura and into your world and share it. Ah, yum. Ah, yum. Maybe you can go back and forth both ways. Breathing in, breathing out. Heart chakra, green energy, the Empress on the throne. In Chinese medicine, the heart is called the Empress on the throne, and she is the major healer of all the other organs in the body. So a happy heart can go a long way into a happy life and a healthier life. Breathing in. Ah, yum. Ah, yum. Now we're going to come up to the throat chakra. This is the blue one in energy. Hum, hum. Yeah, might be a little throat clearing here. The tongue comes out, the paws flare up, the hands flare up and out, spreading the fingers nice and wide because you're using the lion breath. You're visualizing the blue energy of the sky. Let's try that. Everyone get a big roar out. Hum, hum. Use that Mars and Leo energy in your lion breath right now and just kind of bring it out so it doesn't fester and burst out at an inappropriate time. Hum, 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 hum. So using that lion breath, spreading the arms up and out and the fingers wide. Hum. Hum! The tongue comes down to the chin. Hum! There's a big muscle there in the tongue, and it aligns with your midline down to the perineum. So it's really helpful using this lion breath to balance these first 5 chakras. Let's go. Hum! Hum! One syllable Sanskrit mantra is also hum, but we chant it. Hum, hum, hum. Breathing in, breathing out, and we come up to the third eye, the indigo chakra, the third eye, breathing in and out. As you visualize the indigo, usually when I get to this, the 6th chakra, I open the palms and kind of hold them up to receive. And I like to take a few moments here to express gratitude. You've gotten through all those lower chakras, you've grounded, you move some energy, and you start realizing that some of your complaining maybe needs to shift, and maybe you can start to look at what you're grateful for today in this moment, grateful for this breath, grateful for your body, grateful for another hour, minute, day to bring yourself into alignment, to spread some love into the world, to be honest with yourself on all levels. There is much to be grateful for. So let's take a moment and express our gratitude. And begin breathing in the indigo, coming up to the Anjana, the third eye, brow chakra, between the brows there, focusing on that sapphire indigo twilight color, breathing it in, breathing it out, feeling grateful for your chakra attunement, for your chakras, for your awareness, something to feel grateful for. Breathing in, it's a high-pitched yee, to wake up that chakra, to clear it out, to get it spinning at the proper frequency for you. And the one syllable Sanskrit mantra is Sham. Sham, sham, sham. Shem, 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 Shem. So breathing in and feeling all your chakras, the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, the indigo. It brings your attention up to your crown chakra. You can just stamp your feet again, knowing that you're grounded in the root, opening your crown. Palms are open to receive, and when you're doing the exercise, this purple, violet, amethyst that goes to white light, just reaching up to heaven's force, to your guides, your angels, that whole creativeness of the higher frequencies in the higher dimensions, connecting. And as you're doing that, breathing into your body, feeling that connection, bypassing all these concerns that we get in our everyday life and world and lower chakras, and just feeling the presence of the moment and letting it sink back into the body. So the exercise with that visualization of purple to white light is wah, and it goes from low to the highest tone you can reach, and then feel it go beyond that into the ethers, into the tones that are beyond your human healing, but you can still hearing, and you can still feel it resonating in your body. Your palms are open, your crown is open, your chakras are aligned, and you're receiving energy from spirit. Whatever it is that you need, go ahead and ask for it silently now. More faith, more patience, more generosity, more discipline, more meditation, whatever it is you need. Ready? And again. When we're in that Easter season, the spring renewal, Passover, of all these holy days and celebrations during this time, and the recognition of spring. You know, we're starting to see the indications of spring all around in this hemisphere. We're starting to see things that have been sleeping underground coming to the surface, bringing beauty, bringing joy, bringing the flowers, bringing the fruits, the vegetables, the trees. Lots of activity going on, and you can see it. And that can remind you that if you're just focusing on one aspect, if you're just focusing on what's falling apart at this time, and you're not seeing what's breaking through, what's coming up, and you're not holding that energy, then you're part of holding the energy of fear rather than holding the energy of love and trust and renewal. So as you're basking in this energy that you've created and brought in and connected to this morning, just take a few moments to visualize a world of peace, a world of joy, to visualize yourself where you want to be 100% in peace and harmony. May all beings be peaceful and free from suffering. May you be peaceful and free from suffering. May I be peaceful and free from suffering. And if we can do it in this moment, we can, through our practice, through our diligence, through our faith, through our efforts, we can hold these moments of peace every day. We can bring them into our lives, and therefore we're bringing that into the world. Breathing in, breathing out. So drawing the breath in the body, remembering that the best thing you can do in times of great change is to hold the energy, of balance, of peace, to move into that vibration of unconditional love and acceptance. Giving ourselves that moment, breathing in and out, Dearest Lady Kuan Yin, we call on you to help us love and accept ourselves fully. We ask that you grant the full measure of compassion for ourselves and for others, and we pray that those suffering in the world can see and feel your loving presence. Yes, we pray that hardened hearts will melt in the presence of your compassionate understanding. We pray that the waters of grace and compassion that you pour in the earth will nourish the seeds of love and compassion in all hearts, creating gardens of beauty within all living beings. Yeah, it is our intention to nourish the garden within ourselves, within our hearts, through prayer, meditation, right thinking. And so in our hearts, our gardens flourish, spilling over and filling our worlds with the fragrance of the garden. With gratitude, we thank you, dear Lady Kuan Yin, for your presence in our lives and in our worlds. And in this moment, we thank you for your presence here on this call this morning, taking time out. And may you hold this energy and this peace all during your journey today. And we'll close with we'll tone together one beautiful Om. Prayer hands in front of the heart, Anjali Mudra, or lay the palms on the heart or the belly, whatever needs a little bit of love. Ready?